Welcome back, everyone. This is Politics Tonight. And now to our interview with the second guest of the day. I am joined by a lawyer, writer, and member of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, Jesutega Onokpasa. Tonight, we're discussing 6 months of President Tinubu's economic and political diplomacy. Thank you so much for joining us, Barrister.
Thanks for having me, Jumoke.
Right, so let's start this way. This year, 2023, has been full of ups and downs for the ruling APC. How will you describe the journey for the party?
Well, our government is new. Our president is just 6 months in power. And so far, I can confidently say that our president has started well. He has made us proud. He has done the right things, sent the right signals. And, well, there have been challenges, but these challenges are not really, they are not even in any way blamable on our president, you know. So I would say that our president deserves kudos. He has strived to mobilize the people, you know, towards a common goal, towards a common vision. I would say I'm proud of my country and I'm proud of my president, I'm proud of my party.
Right. I mean, just like you said, the administration of the president is more than 6 months old now. How will you describe the way he has governed Nigeria? And what will you consider the most significant political decision the president has made?
Those ones are obvious, but I would describe my president's conduct so far as superlative, you know. And I'm nobody's sycophant. I'm not bootlicking my president. I am genuinely, authentically proud of my president. We have seen, let us be fair. You understand me? It's not as if, I know the people on the other side will start insulting me over this, but we have problems piling up. In fact, since 1960, since colonial times, you know. And these are not easy problems to resolve or sort out quickly or in one day. But our president has shown focus, has shown drive, has shown verve, you know, deployed initiative, you know, and imagination. In fact, one of the real problems I see so far is people not keen enough into the vision of our president. And it's a very, very big problem, including even some people from our party, unfortunately. You know, a president, even if a president says the buck stops on my table, there is a limit to which the buck stops at his table. If it is your duty, for instance, to buy pure water in the State House and you fail to buy the pure water, does the buck stop at the president's table? It doesn't stop at the president's table. Our president will still go and buy the pure water before. He has a lot of things on his head, you know. So my appeal is that let everybody who has been given a role to play, let the person key into the role properly. You understand? Be imaginative, be creative, and contribute your utmost to the success of the government. You know, reach out to people. Don't feel you are an island. You know it all. I can boast of my party anytime, any day. It's filled with talents. The APC, the All Progressive Congress, is the most talented party in the entire history of Nigeria. Let those who have been given roles to play, let them reach out to a lot of our party members, and then we'll see how we can key into our president. But I'm very, very proud of what my president has achieved thus far.
Right, Barrister Onokpasa, so I also asked what you consider the most significant political decision the president has made.
Well, at least we have gotten rid of the demon let me say, this is even a very long-running demon in the country, you know, where there's a very obvious problem on ground. And everybody believes it's not. Everybody presents it's not a problem. They avoid it. Meanwhile, it's a very big problem. We are on the right track. I think we have some quite a few successes to be proud of. I think you were talking with Engineer Zaka about the refining situation. You know, our president is working on our currency, our economy, trying to create jobs, and there are a lot of things. But what I would just let us keep our focus on the fact that, you see, it's not a question of the idea of maybe laying blame on anyone in the past or anything, but we will just have to tell ourselves the truth. We have serious problems in this country, and they will not be solved overnight. You know, you have let's take something like and everybody has something to contribute. You understand me? If you have been given a role, be a bit more proactive. We've been having some challenges since President Tinubu came on board, and it has been a bit troubling to some of us, because it is as if everybody keeps pointing to our president when any little thing happens. You understand me? Which is really, really unfair. You understand? You know, so like there are things to do, very easy, but people should just be imaginative. Let me give you an example, Jumoke. Let us take this healthcare problem we have about our doctors going overseas to work. Now, you have this absurd, very bizarre situation wherein a supposedly poor country and a developing country is effectively training doctors for first world countries, for very developed countries. Now, how much does it take to train a doctor? It is not the school fees that a medical student pays that you use to train a doctor. We just have to be very reasonable and help our president to solve all these problems in the different departments. Now, how much does it cost to train a doctor, for instance, in Harvard Medical School, in John Hopkins? You understand me? Now, if this thing started a long time ago. The first time we started seeing an alarming rate of our doctors going abroad was from the Saudis. That was a long time ago. This thing is decades long. What do we do? Who has been able to come up with a solution to this problem? Okay, our people they are sought after abroad. No problem. If I have trained my medical doctor at X amount, let's say $300,000, which is arguably even a conservative sum for training a medical doctor, because how much do you train a doctor with in Europe or America? And then you want my doctor to come and work to treat your patients? Well, you will give me the cost of training my doctor. Then we gather these sums together. We start a program to train enough doctors, so no matter how many doctors decide to travel, we will still have enough doctors to treat our own citizens here. Let's just be creative about these things. You know, everybody in his own department should be up and doing. Assist our president. You know, you just hear one little problem, it's still our president's name. I don't know if you are familiar with a term called plausible deniability. It's a term that the Americans came up with. In fact, in the American system, even when their president has done something wrong, somebody comes and says, I am the one that did it, it's not the president. In this case, our president has not even done anything wrong. He is trying to make peace, trying to ensure the country is working. Then somebody on his own somewhere makes a mistake. It's still our president's name that is being called. Let everybody take responsibility in his own department. The fact that the buck stops at our president's table doesn't mean we should be blaming him for everything that happens. People should take responsibility. They should be creative. They should be imaginative. And we should all, as Nigerians, invest that goodwill, that requisite support in our president to succeed. But if it's a question of our president has started in these last 6 months, we have very, very good reason to be proud of our president. The successes are actually too numerous to mention. We have Dangote refinery coming on stream. We fixed our refinery in Port Harcourt. The ones in Warri and Kaduna are coming up. Our president came up with this very brilliant idea. These things will take time. We have a ministry of for blue economy. We have one for creative industry. We have our brother, the minister for interior, has won. I mean, just too impressive. Even our brother, the FCT minister, well, it started very well. We don't have any problem with it. It's just these unnecessary distractions, and then it's still our President's Day. People are calling up and down, and some of us don't find that one funny at all. Go and solve your problems, sort out your issues, please. Let nobody be mentioning Bola Tinubu's name in all these ridiculous issues. That's just our problem. Solve your problem. You are a man of yourself. Solve your problem by yourself.
Barrister Onokpasa.
Let it rub on the president.
Barrister Onokpasa, I also want us to talk about the cabinet of the president. Do you think they have made any difference so far?
I will not judge them harshly. I would say there are good signs, very good, appreciable signs. I mean, is it the Minister for Interior that I can boast of that one anytime, any day? I will boast of Dele Alake anytime, any day. These people are making waves. I will boast of Umai. You know, they are just former Governor Umai, the Minister of Works. Anytime, any day. You know, very creative, imaginative guy. You know, I will boast of, even apart from all this ridiculous problem that started of recent. Though I would advise the Honorable Minister for FCT, as you are flagging roads in Asokoro, go and flag roads in the poorer areas, like Lokogoma, like Duse, like Buhari, because that's where the votes are. It's not to be flagging up roads in just Metama and Asokoro. That's funny enough. This where I live. So we manage the roads. There are more than enough roads here. Let's go to our poor people in the outlying areas and do something for them in the name of Ashiwaju. That's our principle, you know. But I think the cabinet is very, even our the ministers are you know, you have to give people time to prove their worth, you know. What I would just say is that, please, we are all working towards a goal for our people, for the citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, our president is our icon. He's our symbol, you know. So when you are even doing this job, as much as possible, try not to create unnecessary distractions, you know, make tactless statements, you know, and then that one becomes the news instead of what Ashiwaju is doing for the people of this country. So I'm actually proud of our cabinet. Let us give the cabinet some time to actually prove itself.
All right, then. So this administration has witnessed some political upheavals in Ondo and Rivers State. How will you describe the way the president has acted?
The president has acted, in fact, astonishingly well. And it is really unfair that a problem other people are causing is being tagged on our president. I don't. And you see, we have gotten into this a sort of behavioral pattern of always blaming the wrong person for another person's. How did Bola Tinubu cause any problem in Ondo? Good God. Somebody fell ill. Then the person traveled to our brother, our dear brother, our former president Akiti, Governor Akeredolu, very dear to us. He fell ill. Is it not clear in that even that Ondo state among themselves what to do? How must that one? Bola Tinubu is trying to take care of 200 million plus people. You don't disturb him with ridiculous problems, which you can, on your own, sort out. So then the president, these people on their own, they don't sort out their problem. The president now intervenes, it's still president's name we keep hearing. Let everybody just behave themselves. If you come to the Rivers zone, what is the so-called problem there? People were railing against president in Port Harcourt. Bola Tinubu is popular in Port Harcourt. The people of Rivers State voted for our president, voted massively for him. And they did not vote for him because of Nyesom Wike. They voted for him because he is worthy to be voted for. So let everybody, we appreciate Wike for what he did, but let everybody know his boundary. You do your own, you have a constituency to take care of. You are a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you are the minister of the FCT. Do that work. Leave Simfubara. He's a governor, for God's sake. Let him do his own work. Let nobody bring, because nobody is even mentioning the name of the dramatic personnel in all this problem. It's Bola Tinubu's name. It is riding some of us, and we don't find it funny. Leave our president alone. Let him concentrate on taking care of the greater generality of the Nigerian masses. So our president has been above board. He called people to sort out their differences by themselves. They sorted out their differences. Nobody should tell lies against our president or accuse him of doing anything extra-constitutional. Bola Tinubu is a painstakingly, fanatically constitutional, law-abiding human being on his own. Not to talk of being the president, commander-in-chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So our president has been above board. We are quite proud of him. The entire country, the constitution says that the entirety of Nigeria is one constituency for the purpose of electing a president. There is not one square inch of Nigeria that is not Bola Tinubu's constituency. It's our president, you know. So if there is a problem, he will have to be interested and proffer solutions to the problem. What I would say is that don't cause unnecessary drama, distraction for our president. Please do your own. Let someone else do their own. And as far as I'm concerned, these problems have been reasonably, if not for people fishing in troubled waters, you know, some people just have very bad character. The problem has been solved. This one is still planning his own hidden agenda here. That one is still planning their own hidden agenda here. People just, and these people do, I mean, I know them. They are politicians like me now. They just do it. They just maneuver and do all kinds of crap all the time. But they will be hidden. Then, when somebody is blaming Bola Tinubu, if instead of you to come out and say, this is my own factum, as we say in law, my own act, you won't. They hide. You know, like the other one we had the other time, as if it's a president that compiled list of somebody. No, do your work. Do your work. And as you are doing that work, you are a minister, you are this, you are that. As you are doing that work, always have it at the back of your mind. I'm coming, Jumoke. Always have it at the back of your mind. Will this thing cause embarrassment to the government? Will it, at the end of the day, who will be blamed? Then if there's a problem, you come out and own your mess up, please. Don't let people start blaming it on our collective president. It's our president, for God's sake.
Right. So in the last 6 months, the president has embarked on economic diplomacy to boost investment. What gains have been made in this regard?
On what?
In the last 6 months, the president has embarked... Right. So in the last 6 months, the president has embarked on economic diplomacy to boost investment. So I'm asking, what gains have been made in this regard?
A lot. But you know, investment takes time. You understand me? Let me assure you of one thing. People don't even know why when they were, you know, with all those gaslighting that we have, thankfully, by the special grace of God, we have now overcome. Though some people are still doing nonsense, only God knows what. In fact, we need deliverance in this country with all these factors, all this nonsense that people are doing. You know, but the truth is that the international community is solidly in support of Bola Tinubu. And do you know why they support our president? Because they know the kind of person he is. The kind of he lived with them, he worked there. They know him. You understand me? So when it comes to foreign investment, these things are going to take shape. They are going to take root with time. But I can assure you that in the next 1-2 years, you will be, if 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, you will be dumbfounded at what will start manifesting in this country. That is quite apart from what President Tinubu is doing with regards to spurring us in this country. You understand me? To take charge of our affairs, our nation, our national economy. You know, that's how our president reasons. That is Ashiwaju for you. You know, so so far it's 6 months. Somebody met me the other day at Transcorp and was telling me, what has your president done? And I lost my temper. I said, what did the other people do since 1960? Leave my president alone. He's just 6 months in power. You
all right,
see this manifesting.
All right, so before I let you go
let me just, excuse me, let me just end with this. You see, the way President Tinubu has started now as president, if you look back historically, it is a bit similar to how he started as governor. You know, some people might accuse me of being maybe superstitious or whatever. That's spirituality. That's what I would call it, spirituality. I'm no, you know, maybe naturally because of I'm a diehard Baptist. I love my president. I support him. Once people start casting aspersion at him, it is naturally painful. It is actually deeply painful because Bola Tinubu is a nice human being. But I've even come to the conclusion that in fact I'm not even bothered about all this bad blood again. I feel that maybe it's the bad blood that is the energy that my president needs to take my country to the promised land. So if you still look at the way it started in Lagos before positioning Lagos in where it became the center of excellence and the pace setter, I can assure Nigerians that let them invest our president with the requisite support. Let them discount all this gaslighting and all this utter ridiculousness, come to think of it, and support their president. Our president will make this country great. The truth is that if this administration is not able to deliver for us, we might not even have a country anymore. Let everybody get it through his head.
All right then.
We invest in our own country and our president with ill will. It is very, very wrong.
Well said, Barrister Onokpasa. Now, before I let you go, it's important to have you react to this cherry news. The Port Harcourt refinery has begun operations. What's your reaction to this?
Why? It's good. However, you see, let us not, there are even some wrong narratives that because if the refineries, if Dangote and Port Harcourt now start working, we start loading fuel there, the fuel price will drop. Please, no, that's not necessarily. What will happen is that the markup, let's say what we pay for loading, for transporting the fuel from abroad here, that will no longer be there. You understand me? But you still have to pay an economic price for a product because there is just no money to reduce the price to an unreasonable. We will destroy this country if we ask for the impossible. We will just have to manage, and then at least by the time Dangote and Port Harcourt, then Warri and Kaduna come on stream, we won't be importing fuel. We will be exporting. That will help our currency to go up. But there should be no wrong narrative that fuel price is going to crash astronomically. No, please. No. It is other things that will now aid our economy, you know. There will be, the economy will get stronger. There will be increase in minimum wage. We will be able to afford these things. Let Nigerians don't worry. Their President Bola Tinubu, will take care of this country by the special grace of God, please. I'm very, very certain of that.
Right. Barrister Jesutega Onokpasa, lawyer, writer, and member of the APC Presidential Campaign Council. Thank you so much for joining us on Politics Tonight. It's always a pleasure having you on the program, and we sincerely appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Latinje. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good night and Merry Christmas in advance.
Yeah, happy holidays too. Yes, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.